welcome to Swan Lake Lifestyle. My name is Olivia and I'm a lifelong ballerina and classical musician here to teach you how to dance ballet for free and with no experience needed. So if you are new to my channel, welcome. I'm so glad to see you here. Just a quick note that this is part of a playlist that is a full course and each video builds off of one another. So I recommend that you check out the playlist above so that you can go ahead and start from my very first videos so that you aren't lost on anything. Now, if you're a returning student, welcome back. I'm so happy to have you here. Let's go ahead and get on our dancing gear and get started. Alright everyone, so I'm so excited for today's class. You're going to be learning some very great fundamentals for ballet that kind of feel like more elevated, exciting steps, definitely using concepts learned from previous videos that will really help enrich your training experience and performance experience. So the different concepts that we will be learning today will be En Dehors, En Dedans, Petite Battement, and Rond de Jambe par terre, or also known as Rond de Jambe à terre. So the first concepts, which will be taught in a pair, will be En Dehors and En Dedans. Now these are very key parts of ballet that are important to understand and get down because these apply to so many different motions and combinations. So En Dehors means away from the standing leg. It means outward. So what I mean by that is, let's say we have our standing leg. Let's say we are doing a combination to the right. And let's say we will be doing a motion outward away from the leg. For this instance, we will be doing Rond de Jambe par terre. It's like a sweeping motion of your foot along the floor. You're kind of like drawing semicircles, okay? So what I mean by that is, let's say we're going to start in our first position. We'll just keep our hands on our hips to make things easier. And by semicircles, I mean you're going to brush your foot out into a tendu, trace your foot around your standing leg to the back, and then brush through first position to the front, okay? So again, it looks like a semicircle because our feet are down. You're brushing your foot forward. You're doing a circle outside of your body, brushing the foot straight front again. So as you can see, I'll do that one more time. Brushing the foot front, circling to the back. Notice how the foot rotates when it goes to the back. So again, we have our foot rotated to the front. Keep that rotation out to the side. Rotate to the back so that it's not like this or like this. You want to have it rotated properly so your foot isn't like this. You want it to be like this, okay? Now we want to keep our hips level. Again, that concept of square. Our hips are down, parallel to the floor. And we want to make sure that our foot is lightly touching the floor. It's not crunching in, it's not off the floor. Lightly touching the floor, drawing that semicircle. That is a Rond de Jambe par terre En Dehors. Because En Dehors means away from the standing leg. As you can see, when you're doing a Rond de Jambe par terre En Dehors, we're starting, the working leg is to the front, and you're bringing the working leg away. See that? Away from the standing leg. Away from the standing leg. Now, if we are going to do a Rond de Jambe par terre En Dedans, that means that we will be doing a motion inwards to the standing leg. That's what En Dedans means. It means going inwards to the standing leg. So what that'll look like is we'll start in our first position. We'll start with the foot to the back, and we're going to rotate it around. See how my leg starts with the turnout to the back and opens to the Alice here. So we rotate the leg inward to the standing leg. Inward to the standing leg. That is Rond de Jambe par terre En Dedans. Same thing for a pirouette. If we're going to do pirouette away from the standing leg to the left or towards the standing leg to the left, okay? So again, these are concepts that you can use for more advanced motions later on in the course, and it's very exciting that we're learning them right now, right? For a Rond de Jambe par terre, or sometimes called à terre, there are different ways to start. For example, there's a way where you can do like a start from fifth, and you go like this. So that's one way. It's like a fun, fancy way. But again, we'll go ahead and start in our first position. We'll do allongé out, front, open side, okay? And if you want to do a simpler head movement for this exercise, you can go ahead and keep your head facing straight. If you want to challenge yourself a little bit, you can go ahead, do your preparation, open side, and then turn your head to the side for this, with your chin tilted up, right? And when you do en dedans, you want to tilt your head this way, so your chin's down a little bit. This class will probably be a little bit quicker than our usual classes, which, you know, I think we all kind of deserve a little bit of a quick break here. But I'm going to show you another concept that is very fun to do and is actually used in one of the famous, what is it called? Dances in the Nutcracker by the Sugar Plum Fairy, which is called a Petite Battement. So this means like a small beating of the leg, and I'll show you why. So, and this also uses the concept of en dehors and en dedans, and there's a way to make it, I guess, a little bit trickier, kind of challenge yourself in a fun way, and I'll show you what I mean very shortly. So Petite Battement, again, a small beating of the leg. This concept involves using the sur le coup de pied as well as en dehors and en dedans. So what I mean by that is you're going to start with your standing leg straight, and you're going to start in a conditional sur le coup de pied. For en dehors, you will start to the front. Okay? So start to the front, and all you're going to do is you're going to open your leg up to the side and close it to the back. So you're going to go like this. You're going to keep switching between front and back and front and back. So again, what that looks like here. You start sur le coup de pied. 1, front and back. Sorry, front and back and front and back. Front and back and front and back. Now, if you want to do a Petite Battement en dedans towards the standing leg, we're going to start in the back. Front, back, front, back, front, back, front, back, front, back, front. Now, the reason why we can also make it a little bit trickier is with our arms. Traditionally, for a Petite Battement en dehors, you're going to bring your arm away from the standing leg. So without doing the motion with the feet, you're going to bring your arm up, look at your hand, and close. Now, en dedans, you're going to bring your arm up, out allongé, look at it, and close, okay? So what that'll look like with the Petite Battement legs is, let's say we're going to do en dehors, so away from the standing leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Close, okay? Or en dedans towards the standing leg, we're going to start to the back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and close. So as you can see, it's kind of like one of those things where it's like patting, or was it rubbing your tummy and patting your head at the same time, because you're going to have to be focusing on moving that foot between sur le coup de pied positions, front and back or back and front, while also coordinating and timing your arm and your head, because the timing is very important here. Because typically you'll do Petite Battement in counts of 8. There are exceptions, of course, but let's say if this combination calls for an 8 count of Petite Battement, you don't want to, preemptively like start your arm up and then have it end after just like 3 counts. That'll be too quick. You want to time it so that the whole motion of both the feet moving and the arm moving kind of end at the same end of the 8 count. Same for the en dedans. You want it to end at the same count of the 8 count. I'm doing it in flex just because I'm marking it. But just so you can understand the concept there is you don't want to rush your arm or your leg. It's very important to keep the timing. Now this is definitely a more advanced approach to Petite Battement, so if this is not comfortable for you, please do not get discouraged. You can simply do a Petite Battement with your hands on your hips, your hand in the RAD style, which is having it up here, if that's like your arm, that's like your working arm basically, or you can have your arm out in a la seconde. You can do what you would like here, but I just wanted to introduce that more advanced concept so that those of you who want to be a bit more ambitious, you can go ahead and try it out. So what we will do today for this final combination of our class, we will do our preparation, so allongé to the side, tendu front, rondeggiant to the side, and we will do 3 rondeggiants. So we'll go 1, 2, 3. Then we'll close sur le coup de pied front. And from here, you can either choose to do the more advanced arms or just keep your arm in second. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Fondue, out, close back in first. Okay? And then to go to the back, we'll allonger, bring your foot front, and then circle back. 1, 2, 3, back, back. Ready? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Fondue, out, close first. And we're just gonna releve in first position. You can either stay here or take your arm off the bar and balance. And then we can just go ahead and close from there, okay? So let's go ahead and mark that to the left. I'll do it with the more advanced arms to the side just so you can see. So for the left side, we'll go ahead and do our preparation. Open to the side, en dehors, away. 1, 2, 3, Petite Battement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Fondue, close to the first. Then we're gonna do preparation to the front. We'll go 1, 2, 3, and then we'll go sur le coup de pied, en dedans, towards the standing leg. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Fondue. Remember, we're gonna close them first. Releve. Either keep your arm here or let go and balance. Or if you want to, you can just simply stay in the first position, balance, and then we can go ahead and close. All right, great job everyone. I'm so proud of you today. We worked on some very key but also challenging concepts. So if you need to go back and rewind and, perhaps put the video a little bit slower or a little bit quicker, go ahead and do that. Remember that this is your practice. It's, important to take it at your own pace and be patient with yourself, and also be very happy that you are taking the time out of your schedule and day to work on something so beautiful as ballet. Thank you for joining me, and if you haven't yet, please like, subscribe, turn on the notifications. Feel free to share these videos with a friend you might want to do ballet with. I really appreciate that. And also, I am so excited to see you in our next video coming up. I'll go ahead and put down here on the screen what we will be learning next time. But anyway, thank you again for joining me, and I'm so glad that you are on this journey with me, and I am excited to see you in the next video. Take care.